evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1 match reaction. We've got the wonderful Gumza, we've got the wonderful PB. We'll start with Gumza because he is the reaction man. Anyway, how are we doing, Gumza?
I'm ecstatic, buzzing. It's most important thing is 3 points. And the boys stood up, and I'm sure we're going to get into a lot of hot debates and topics. But yeah, I'm just so pleased with the 3 points. That's all you can ask for, isn't it? So
Exactly, yeah. After today, earlier game today, yes. Arsenal women. PB, how are we doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm the same as Gumza, aka Jimmy Hill, because because Gumza was the original. He was the original reaction man. You know what I mean? The original.
yeah, the original.
Like how years ago where Jimmy Hill, when we were kids, Jimmy Hill used to present Match of the Day, and then so he's our Jimmy Hill. You know what I mean? And it's like, and now and then he just gave it up. And now you're the Des Lynam.
Yeah.
You're Des Lynam, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh gosh. So that makes me Alan Hansen then.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I bet Alan Hansen was happy today, though. I bet Alan Hansen was very happy today. But yeah.
Right, let's get to the folks who are already in as well. Big up to Guna Greg saying big up everyone. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Dear.
Silver One saying I told you. Yes, you did. Look, to be fair,
I said 2-1. I said 2-1.
You did. You were confident as well, but you did say it was, and it was a tough game. It wasn't an easy game. 3-1 will fool you if you just look at the scoreline and go, "Oh, that was an easy Arsenal win." It wasn't easy. We'll get into the stats about that as well. Jorginho, magnificent. 100%.
Brilliant today.
Yes,
brilliant.
I will be sticking up for him if there's any shocking ratings for him today. Well done to Arsenal, well-deserved win. Absolutely shocking and abysmal from us. Freeway title race, Arsenal back in it. Liverpool, lack of DM. Yeah, obviously Endo being at the Asian Cup obviously doesn't help Liverpool at all. Showed no complaints from me. Well done to you. Thank you very much, Chris. As everyone, for people that don't know, Chris is a Liverpool fan. Tony, I've seen your ratings. I've starred them. I'll come back to those in a bit. Bobby said 3-1 to look, I love being wrong. I do. I love being wrong. I have no issues with it. But in full fairness, I did think Arsenal would win very comfortably earlier. And that was the shock of the day, this one. So ends up winning 3-1. Yeah. Evening to Bobby, Brenny, and Gumza from Tony. Jorginho, your man of the match, league got it in mud and flip-flopping. I'm sure he is, and I really don't care what he's doing right now. If he didn't celebrate any of those goals, he's mental. Right, so obviously we're going to talk about the actual score. So let's move Brenny up so Brenny doesn't get covered. Right, so let's start with the goals. We'll start with the Saka goal. Great pass by Odegaard to put through Kai. Kai, look, he had a shot on target. I personally would have lifted it over Alisson. That's just me being a little bit harsh. However, the deflection comes back. Saka was there to put it in himself. Gumza, what did you make of the first goal?
Beautiful football, in all honesty. Build-up play there. He's pressing us. We played out. And again, I will like to highlight Kai because he came very deep and picked up the ball and pushed it out. I think backward and kind of wide. Then it went to Zinchenko. We went from there. So he didn't just pass the ball and stand still and admire it. He got involved, span and went. And the pass by Odegaard was brilliant. Again, finish, could have done a little better, but he kept it on target, which then gave us a chance to score the rebound. Saka took it well. So, I get we need him to be finishing them chances. And to be fair, he could have even squared it himself because Saka then has an open net to score into. But it's on his right foot. Should do better still, but I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. End of the day, he hit the target. Keeper made a save, and Saka's there to tuck in. And I'm pretty sure we will talk about Havertz later because. I think. Do you know what I mean? So that goal, he should have took it maybe, but I'd rather that than him slide it wide of the post or something because then you ain't got
exactly. Look, we will talk about Kai a little bit more detail later, but look, like I've said, don't slate him yet because he is a good player. There is a good player in that guy. Right, I'm going to move on to Liverpool's goal. Sorry, Bren, but you're going to have to kind of dissect that. It was a calamity. Who would you put that blame down to on on that Liverpool goal? Because I'm 50-50 on Saliba and Raya, to be fair. What's your take on it?
Having looked at that again, I just I thought Saliba could have just cleared it, because if he'd have just cleared it, it would have been half time whistle would have gone.
Yeah.
But then looking at it, I know the way he shielded the ball. I think he was leaving at the Raya, so there was miscommunication between the two. Well, maybe there was no communication between the two, but it was Lewis, it was good work for him to even get hold of the ball, and that basically caused Gabriel did look like Michael Jordan before the ball went in. I mean, we could laugh about it now, but no, I don't know. For me, it looks a 50-50.
Yeah, I'm the same.
It looks 50-50.
I'm completely against that. I'm thinking that's all Saliba, in all honesty. We can't hear what's being said, and if Ray has called for it, then I'll actually blame Ray 100%. However, my thing is, you can see Saliba's had a look. He sees Ray's not coming, and he almost leaves the ball to try and lean on Diaz to allow the ball to run through. At that stage, once Diaz has gone round on that side of him, it's now on his stronger foot. It's on his right foot. He don't even need to slash at the ball. He could actually just control it and play, because he sent the defender, the striker, around the back of him. So from that moment, I will look at Saliba, because I feel you have to just take charge. End of the day, the ball was in his reach for him to take charge of it. Once he sees Raya hasn't come, just take charge of it. And if you want to then blister Raya afterwards, then by all means do that. Because again, Raya could come for that. Like, that's why I say Raya could have come, but if he hasn't come, Saliba has to deal with it. And yeah, for me, again, if we can get video, and Bobby, you might be able to do it, you might be able to get the audio. You're a man of many tricks. So if we can get the audio, we can hear Raya call for it, scream Rayas or Jacks or anything like that, then I would say then Raya's at fault, because why are you calling for it and you haven't come for it? But there was one in the second half, and Saka looked to see if Raya was coming. He wasn't coming, and he just cleared his lines, and it was as simple as that. Like, it was a lot further out, but you saw Saka look to think, is Raya going to come and clean? Once he said he wasn't coming, out the ball goes for a throw-in, and that's on Saka's right foot. He just put it out for a throw-in. And I think Saliba, he literally spanned the guy. He could have just controlled it and played, like, because Diaz has had to go a long way around him, because he's not strong enough to. And I think that was what the problem. I think if Diaz tried to use the strength on Saliba, he would have dealt with him. But Diaz used a bit of pace and went a long way around him, and you can see Saliba searching for him, and just completely forgot about the ball. So for me, I'm sorry, I love Saliba, but that one is for me all on him. I'm not going to give Raya any blame. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, and
exactly.
Everyone sees it differently.
Obviously, I'm a defender, so personally, I would have just cleared it myself. Don't rely on the goalkeeper. That's all I've always been told. Don't always rely on the goalkeepers. So personally, if I was Saliba, I would have just cleared the damn thing. But I just feel that Raya maybe should have just commanded and jumped on the damn ball. That's just, again, from a different point of view from my own head. But so that's why I put 50-50. I think Saliba should have cleared it, but I also think that Raya should have just pounced on the damn ball. However, I thought that was going to be the start of what would be a horrendous second half. Thankfully, not. Because not only do we make errors, but so do Liverpool. And my God, was it an error and a half. This wasn't just a slight error. This was massive. Like, I was bigging Alisson up. I was bigging Van Dijk. Because to be fair, Van Dijk had a good game until that moment. So comes up. Martinelli's second goal. Martinelli had to do what he had to do. Still not on target. He did the job. But that was, thank you, Van Dijk, and thank you, Alisson, because what a horrendous mess that was. Talk us what you saw the second goal, mate.
Again, to be fair, I know you said about Van Dijk had a good game. I think he's got a bit to play for all three of goals. Not sure if you've seen the first one back, Bobby, but he gets drawn into no man's land, and that's when the ball gets spun in behind him for Havertz to run through. So watch it again, you'll see. He kind of gets caught. Yeah. He kind of goes to press Odegaard, but he half presses and he leaves a big gap. But yeah, so I think him at all three goals has he's in and around it. The third one obviously deflects off him, but we'll talk about it in a minute. But the second one, he could just head the ball to Kanate, and he lets it go over his head. And then again, credit to Martinelli, because the little shoulder barge he gives him is the difference. Because if you watch it back again, Sky Sports just showed it slow mo. It looks like Alisson's mistimed it, but actually Alisson kicks Van Dijk in the midriff, and that's what makes him miss the ball. And it's all due to Martinelli giving Van Dijk a little shove and puts him in the line of Alisson. So yeah, it's more credit to Martinelli, because it was a subtle enough shoulder barge where it wasn't a free kick, but it was just enough to put Van Dijk in the line of Alisson. And I don't care how it came out. And I'm a bit like you. I think started second half, I was a bit worried because Liverpool come flying out. We look like Curtis Jones was a big deal, but we didn't know who to press, and they was just walking through us, and they had about 2 or 3 shots which just wide, and I'm sitting there like momentum's gone. We look flat, we look dead, and fair play, because we then raised it and managed to get ourselves back in the game, and then took a really, really important chance. So yeah, good on Martinelli, and yeah, thank you, Van Dijk.
Yeah, thank you. Well, and Alisson as well, because I don't know what Alisson was doing. I've looked at it constantly, and I'm like, what are you doing, mate? Because not only did he miss it, he actually had that little tap as well that put it into Martinelli's path that little bit easier for him as well.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. So I wonder if Alisson gets an assist for that. I would give him an assist. But that's just me. Right, the third goal, René Trossard. Honestly, he came on and actually, obviously, I think a lot of us were like, why are you taking Martinelli off? Because he was our main danger. And I was one of those. I was like, what the heck are you doing? But Trossard did come on, had a very good performance once again, and obviously finished the job. However, you've got to put some blame on Alisson again. Because, But anyway, Brenny, what did you make of the third goal?
Well, I mean, it was who was it? A game the ball, was it? Was that Kirill that gave him the ball? Yeah, it was a really good ball. I think it was Kirill, it was a really good ball, and in terms of who's that? He embarrassed as well. Was that Robertson?
Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott, wasn't it? Yeah. He dropped off. He just as soon as he goes to pass him, you just thought, he's probably looking to square it. But then I thought, well, that's I just thought, hold on a minute, he could do something here. And I think it also there was a slight deflection as well.
Yeah, it was.
Of Van Dijk, wasn't it, as well? You know what I mean? But it was a good finish, and Trossard for another great cameo performance. He deserved that. And since I know he's had games this season where he's had a few games in patches this season where, like with I think a couple of Premier League games and Champions League games where he's played really well, and he deserved that today. I actually thought he was going to start today, but Martinelli always seems to raise his game against Liverpool, and I thought Trossard coming on, I thought, he could do something, and he took his goal well. And to be honest, I know with Alisson, Van Dijk, who cares? Who cares? Don't care if they've had. I don't care if they've had mares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really don't. You know what I mean? And it was. I mean, it was a great finish, but it was all about that run, build up towards the goal that did it for me. That is what Trossard's capable of, and you know what? Even if it wouldn't even with those two now, because there's competition for places as well now with those two. Martinelli, he's been his form. He's got his form back. Trossard as well, and we need healthy competition.
Yes, we do. And the Trossard goal, Kivior has been given the assist. No more assists. So sadly, Alisson, you don't get an assist for Martinelli's goal. It's a shame, really. Never mind. Arteta with his darts walk on was the best bit, says Guna Greg. Excuses already. Liverpool didn't perform. Could it be they weren't allowed to? Liverpool definitely had good spells today. But
for that second half, especially, geez, the beginning of the second half, my word.
They came out firing. And before Liverpool fans say, oh, we were weakened, didn't have Salah, so were we. So I think that balances out, if I'm honest.
Oh, of course. We'll look at the FA Cup third round.
Yeah.
I actually thought we played better in the third round.
Yeah, Chris saying Alisson and Van Dijk said to Arsenal, "You gifted us a goal, we'll gift you a goal back for a packet of biscuits." I love it. Yes, Carragher was not happy about us celebrating a win against Liverpool today. I do apologise. What a horrible thing to do that we celebrate. I'm sorry, but I am always up for any win. Any win. I don't care if you've beaten a non-league team. If you've won, you've won. Simple as. It's a competition. Celebrate. I guarantee every single Wolves fan celebrates every single 3 points they get at the Molineux, and so they should. Sorry, Havertz is trash, says Luke. He's too slow at everything he does. I welcome your opinion. I think it's wrong for this game specifically. I thought he was very good today. He did make some wrong decisions, but I thought he had a very good game today. Martinez's speed was unreal today. That's why he's my favourite winger. I love him. Georgie, Martinez, and Odegaard definitely standouts today. Good job, Saka. Hope he okay. I wouldn't put Odegaard in my top 3 today, if I'm honest.
No, I wouldn't either. He played well today, but
yeah, he had a good game.
He weren't in my top 3. No way.
No, not in my top 3. Watching the darts is my therapy, mate. I hope Neil wins tonight. Is Aspinall still in the darts competition? So I hope
he is. Yeah, he is.
There you go. Well, that's Chris's favourite one, so hopefully he wins tonight just to cheer you up. Raya job to command that box. Now, Moss, I'm pretty sure you're a centre-back, so that means you're going to defend the centre-back. I'm a full-back, so I just use my defensive knowledge. My job is to clear the damn ball. So he's taken a different take on this, that it was Raya's job to command the box. Said halftime show. Oh, righty, Owen. Well, I don't listen to Dwight York. He's made some awful life decisions in his life. Michael Owen, again, awful life decisions. Righty is the only one I respect. That's not an Arsenal agenda. It's literally Michael Owen's made some fatal errors in his life, and Dwight York, need I say anymore? I was eating my roast dinner when I was wondering where you'd gone, because you went very quiet in the comments when that goal went in. I was wondering, is he just crying? Or I was wondering where you'd gone in that, because at that time you were very quiet. I did wonder where you were. Martinelli rocked today, 100% Martinelli rocked. I thought he had a very good game. Wasn't my man on the match day still. Players make mistakes. That's football. Did you notice that he was clean through, then shows too much of the ball? And yeah, like I said, he made some wrong decisions today. That was, he definitely made some errors today, but he still had a good game. Alisson practicing for Kung Fu Panda. He's done this before. I can't remember, was it a couple of seasons ago where he literally missed the ball when someone went through because of it? He does do this. I don't know why he does it. Good job, big ups. 100%. Even Gary Neville was shocked. What's Kivior doing up there when he had the header?
So was I. It was like he was
that was like a
fantastic
Tomiyasu moment, wasn't it? That was like a Tomiyasu when he's done it before. What's Tomiyasu doing up there? But look, Kivior made a very good appearance, and according to what Brezi's just put in the chat, is Zinchenko went off injured. So it wasn't a tactical decision; it was an injury. So hopefully Zinchenko's not out for too long. If that is the case, obviously he's probably been listening to the post-game interview. The only time he was clean through, Alisson saved his shot and Saka scored. He's on about the McAllister challenge one, I think, because Havertz shouldn't have gone which way? Right. He should have carried on, in my opinion. We sound like a Liverpool podcast saying we only won because of mistakes. Come on. True. Carragher said nothing when Klopp ran onto the pitch for the Origi winner versus Everton. Big up to Ashley, saying praise for Kai and Jorginho. 100% agree there, Ashley. Jorginho and Havertz were brilliant in my opinion. 100% agree. Of course, trust Rooster Killer. I'm a centre-back. Saliba should be clearing it. There you go. Raya and Saliba effed up for their goal. I still think it's 50-50, but I do need to see it. Right, let's get into the stats. The stats will surprise you a little bit, actually. Right, so possession-wise, 53% possession for Arsenal, 57% for Liverpool, 15 shots for Arsenal, 10 for Liverpool. Thankfully, we nearly got 50% on target, which is very, very good for Arsenal. We got 7. Liverpool, they need to improve on their shooting now. Look at that. One shot on target out of 10. 2 corners for Arsenal, which is unusual because we're normally corner FC. And just 4 for Liverpool. Passing accuracy was awful today. 78%. That is 7% lower than I need it to be, if I'm honest. I'm very hard on this, but because this is what I literally do, 85 is what's needed. But XG, everyone loves XG. 3.52 for Arsenal, 0.41 for Liverpool. Let's move on to the starting lineups. Gomes, I know you went for a 4-4-2, didn't you, mate? So obviously, not much like your system, but you did put Havertz up front. In all fairness, here. Brenny, I can't remember yours. I have got yours somewhere down here. But what did you make of the starting lineup, Bren? Obviously, Jesus was out, so obviously that was going to be a change anyway.
Well, I was actually happy with it. I thought we were at home, and I thought Havertz up front. Basically, I thought he was one that can play the smudger role, as I say. I call it the smudger role. You know, because especially in terms of his hold-up play as well, he was very good today in terms of that, and also bringing others into play. And I think the one thing missing from his game today was a goal. I thought, you know, he did impress me today. And Rice and Jorginho, whenever they play together, they always seem they strike up. They struck up a really good partnership there. Them two, you know what I mean? And it was a well balanced midfield today. With at times even seeing Jorginho like it's like times he was in a number 8 as well, and you know, before Zinchenko went off, I didn't think he did badly at all. But no, but it was a strong side today, and I was still confident that we would get the win. I actually still thought we would win 2-1, but yeah, and our Saka, Martinelli, they look like themselves again as well. Still, you know, for me with Saka, he's still, you know what it is with him, right? He's been playing well for me in recent weeks, and he's still not at his best, and that is frightening for that is frightening for anybody else. I'm sorry, it is, because I still feel with you know, when we're coming up to the business end of it now, so I feel we're going to see a lot more from him.
I definitely hope so. Now, Gomza, when you saw the lineup, what did you think?
Yeah, pretty much expected. Obviously, shock of Jesus not being there, even though it was kind of, there's a couple of little rumours going around, but I think Arteta said he trained, so everyone thought, oh no, you trained the day before, so he's fine. But so that was a bit of a shocker. But even, I know I said 4-4-2, but if you look at certain times in that match, we almost set up when we defending like a 4-4-2. It's Odegaard and Havertz played next to each other, so it's almost like a square block, isn't it? And even if you look at the goal, one stage, the two wingers were high and wide, and Odegaard and Havertz were in line together, like in front of the two midfielders. So again, Arteta plays 100 formations in a match, doesn't he? So at times it does actually look like 4-4-2. But I was happy with Havertz playing up front. Again, I watched him in the Charity Shield against City, and it gave us another dimension. And I think if people want to see what the importance of Havertz up front for Arsenal does, just watch back the last 10-15 minutes of that game. He tracks back anyway, just like Jesus does. There's one stage he was at right back heading the ball on a transition. He got right back and defended, but he gives us the option of when things are coming against us, we can just lump one up into him and he can occupy the centre backs. He was brilliant today. He won headers, he brought things down. There's one which looked like it was going out and he headed it back into Trossard, and then we was able to build an attack again. And we don't have that. Yes, a ball over the top in behind, Martinelli can kill you, but there's sometimes where it can't go over the top, so we just need to get it into a strong.
Yeah,
because they might head it out for a throw and then we can get up the pitch. And we don't have that with Jesus up front. And again, it was Havertz is all-round gameplay and winning the ball back, and then having the awareness to just go at Kanate and win the free kick and gets Kanate sent off. And everyone talks about Van Dijk. Kanate has been their best defender this year. He's been unbelievable. And even the last 2 games against Arsenal, he was brilliant against us. So, do you know what I mean? He got him sent off. So that's now him missing for another game. So it could have an impact on their next game because Konate's been outstanding for them. So if you want to see what Martin Havertz brings to us as a striker, yes, he's not going to score you 30 goals a season. We know that, but he just alleviates pressure for us. He can bring other players in. If everyone's firing, again, I'm not looking at him always to score all the goals. Like, we've got other players who can chip in and help out. So if he can just keep doing what he's done today, and I've been calling for the 4-4-2 or something similar, because I think Jesus playing off Havertz would be frightening. Because he wants to play in spaces and get in them little corners and alleys and dart and take players one-on-one, go into spaces. So I would love to see it for a game. Havertz just occupy the centre-backs and let Jesus just go and have a field day. So yeah, I was really happy with Havertz's performance. Yes, he should have done better. He could have scored that one, and the one we speak about earlier when he went through on goal. And he just showed too much of McAllister. It was a bad touch, like, no doubt about it. And he gave McAllister a chance to get back at him. But again, all in all, you saw the importance of him playing in that game. And then vital moments, he just relieved pressure for us. And as a defender, I played defense as well. So you understand what it's like when you're defending for your life. You clear a ball and it comes straight back at you, wave after wave. It is the most frustrating thing in the world. Sometimes I used to hate when strikers used to just try and flick a ball on you, like, just get hold of it. Let us get up the pitch. So it's so important that it's almost like a release valve, isn't it? Like, where you could just lump it up to him and just know he's got half a chance of sticking with him. So I was happy with the lineup. And again, I would actually play him up front more. Jorginho today was unbelievable. We have seen Jorginho and Rice play in the bigger games. We've seen those two play together. And it works wonders. Some of his passing in the first half, and that's what we've missed. Odegaard was able to get in pockets more because Jorginho is just threading it through the midfield, and we have missed that this season. That's why Odegaard has been quite quiet sometimes, because the players deep and aren't able to find them passes, whereas Jorginho was that sneaky when he done to Martinelli as well. It was unreal. So happy with the lineup. Kirill, I think that was his best game I've seen for Arsenal when he come on as well. He was really good. So I'm happy and buzzing.
Moss still on about the still Reyes as keepers. Everyone's entitled to a different opinion. We've all had different opinions on just the three of us. So it just shows that you're not right, we're not right, someone's right. It doesn't really matter. It's just different opinions, and that is what I welcome. No one's ever going to be wrong on this show anyway. Happy with those shots on target. So am I. About time. This match, we actually took our chances 100%. Now we need to keep doing it throughout the whole of the rest of the season. It's important. Rare fault on own goal, but awesome distribution. His distribution is fantastic when it can be. With Zinni injured, it's great that Tomiyasu will be available for West Ham next week. Yep. And Kivior, in fairness, did okay today. He did really well today, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
With Saka, Liverpool had 3 players on him, which opened up the space inside for runners. Saka and Martinelli own their backs today, so Klopp had to take off Trent Alexander-Arnold and bring Robbo on and move Gomez over. We bossed it. I wouldn't say we bossed the game, but we did very well today, I have to be honest. I was a bit nervous, if I'm honest, but I thought we did all right. Jorginho was in their penalty area, not seen him that forward before. It was nice to see, actually. Took 4 points off them last season and 4 this season, not been able to say that many times. And yet, Jorginho, excellent today. Right, let's get on to the ratings. So we're going to start with Raya. Brenny's at the top, so Brenny starts first. What are you going to give Raya, mate?
Raya today, I'm giving him a 7 today. I thought it was really good today. And well, you know what, we could talk about that goal, but at the end of the day, it's the result that counts. So we probably would be talking about that a lot if we drew today or if we lost the game. So but happy with his performance.
Gobs up, you get Ben.
He done well today. Couple of naughty little nutmegs as well. It was not nice in that first half. I'm going to give him an 8.
Okay. Right. I'm going to give Brenny Zinni.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give... Well, today, I didn't think he was poor at all. I mean, I thought he was pretty good today. I mean, I'm going to give him... Before he went off, I'll give him a 7. If the way he was performing today, he probably wouldn't end up getting an 8 anyway. But he gets a 7 for me today.
Yeah, to be fair,
We've
I
shown him
agree.
experience.
Everyone knows how hard I am when it comes to defensively, but to be fair, he didn't really scare me today, to be honest. So yeah, I'll agree with 7. The reason I have done this specifically so then Gumza gets Saliba, because I'm intrigued by your rating for Saliba today.
You know, I'm still going to give him a 7.
Yeah,
I do think Gabriel was the better of the two. I still think Gabriel was, and even without the mistake, Gabriel was the better of the two today.
Yeah.
He hit a couple of long balls, were unbelievable. That one on the volley, which he hit in for Martinelli, unbelievable. So yeah, for me, Saliba get a 7. Yes, the mistake happened, but you know we didn't dwell on it. Like he still controlled the back line. Liverpool had a shot on target, and even their shots were all long shots. Which they do cause a little bit of scare when you're watching the game, but they didn't create anything, and he was a central part of that as well. So yeah, again, the mistake happened, you wipe it off and you go again, you learn from it. And I'll still give him a 7. He only loses the mark because of that mistake, but he would have been an 8 otherwise.
Yeah. Gabriel, for you, Brenny, then?
This guy, man, he's just Ashford. He's Ashford and Simpson. He really is. If anyone knows the term Ashford and Simpson, he's definitely solid as a rock. You know what I mean? I thought he was brilliant today. I'll tell you what, Saliba is cool, calm, collected. This guy, he's just rough and rugged. And if you're ever in a pub and someone wants to fight you, you get him in your corner. You know what I mean? And because of what we were up against today, his performance, I'm giving him a 9 today. I thought he was brilliant.
100%.
Solid.
100%.
Gumza, you going to get Declan Rice then?
Just went about his business. Some good recovery tackles. Sometimes he just stretches his foot in, wins the ball back. Bit of power and it's needed. But yeah, 8 today. Very rarely plays below a 7. I don't think he has played below a 7 since I've been watching him for Arsenal. So yeah, he get an 8 today. I don't think he was the better of the two again, but he's been a great signing, man. And I haven't heard anyone mention that price tag since September. So
we'll hear it next weekend. I promise you that. I'm sure we're going to hear it next weekend.
Oh, we got West Ham, haven't we? Yeah. We owe them one. Well. We definitely owe them one. But yeah.
Well,
so
for today's game as well, to be fair, our men need to show up, unlike our women. Right, Jorginho for you, Brenny.
9 is just fine. That guy, it was his best game for Arsenal today.
Yeah.
If Kirill had his best game for Arsenal, so did Jorginho. I mean, the way just Boston midfield, his passing is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It really is. And also, there were times where it's like both Rice and Jorginho. It's like they were switching. It's like one was 6, one was 8. And vice versa. No, he totally bossed that midfield today. But Jorginho, 9 for me.
Excellent stuff.
So just quickly with Jorginho, I remember when we went to get Douglas Luiz, and I think because everything was centered around Tielemans, when we put that bid in, I was like, why Luiz? And I've watched him this season, and he's been unreal. And I can see now why Arteta would want a Douglas Luiz, because watching Jorginho today, it's very similar how Luiz plays, and you can see the importance it makes just be able to thread some of them passes that you're threading and stuff. So as much as again we will have Partey and again having another physical midfielder in there, I'm quite glad we didn't get like a Lavia or Caicedo, because I think 2 powerhouses, you lose that element of quality passing in the middle. So I think today shows we do definitely need whoever it is that's going to replace Partey and Jorginho needs to be able to pass the football like Jorginho did today.
Yeah. So Odegaard for you, Gumza.
Give him a. I wish we could do half marks. He's in between a 7 and 8. Do you know, I'm not even going to score no one that's lower than a 8. So I'll give him a. What did we give Gabriel? 8 or 9?
We gave Gabriel 9.
Rice got an 8. I'll give him an 8. He worked hard. He leads the press, don't he? And and the bits of quality again. The first goal, just that bit of quality, just to release him. I'll give him an 8. I'm feeling nice today.
Brenny, Saka.
He gets an 8 today. Showed a bit of quality as well. Took his goal well, and I thought on that right hand side, you know what, he gave Gomez some torrids at times as well. I felt, but he's getting, he's like I said, just watch Saka with all these, with Champions League games coming up, and more important league games coming up. Watch, we haven't seen the best of him yet, and we will.
Yeah.
If he stays fit, well, I think we will.
I think it's easy to say Martinelli's had the better game and so on, so on. I think if you look how teams set up against us, look at Liverpool's right back's heat map and look at the left back's heat map.
Yeah.
And that would tell you how people rate Saka. As much as Liverpool rate Martinelli because he always scores against them, they take more risk on that side. So you'll see a lot of times Martinelli's got a lot of space to go around. I get Konate's more comfortable going wide to then cover it so they can allow Trent to bomb on. But the left back doesn't really move. So Saka never has that massive area of grass to run into and get one-on-one. It's always 2-3 straight away around him. So people have to kind of pay that in mind. And what that does, it gives more space for other people to go and play. So he might not be playing great, but if every time you're going to double and triple up on me, that means someone else has got space to play. So do you know what? I'm going to just keep hanging out here because I'm drawing people to me to let others go and play. So even on a quiet game, he's quite effective because teams always are wary of what he can do. And it does create space for other people to play. So so again, I think he done well today. But sorry, no, it's not my man, but I just wanted to add that.
But Anna, no, I hear that. And also Saka game by game, well, for months now, he's getting stronger with the right foot as well, as well as the left. He's doing bits with both feet as well, and I'll tell you what, that is something.
No, you're right. Gomza, you get Martinelli.
I'll give him 8 again. No one's getting lower than 8, as I said, not even my subs. So he had a good performance. Again, he seems to love Liverpool. He seems to love playing against them. Again, that pace he's got, he just released pressure. He's direct. I think one thing he does need to work on is when he goes inside and it's tight, he just needs to tidy up a little bit because he's got his head down and players always seem to nick the ball off him. So that would be my only thing he needs to work on as such. But apart from that, he was brilliant again. And he does the defensive work. That's why I love the 2 wingers we got because they get back and defend. You know what I mean? It's a team effort. Very brilliant performance from him and deserved his goal. And it's like he's turned the corner now. He hit a bit of a bad run a few weeks ago. But like you're saying, Brenny, both him and Saka now are starting to put performances together. So it can only bode well for the running.
Yeah. Before we move on to Havertz, big up to 727. Good match. I enjoyed it. Congrats, man. Thank you very much. And Konate gets man of the match for him. Silver one, I have seen your ratings. I have starred them. I will come back to them, I promise. Right. So, Brenny, you get Havertz.
Yeah. Oh. Today, I mean, you know what? I was so impressed with his performance. The only thing that was missing was a goal. He deserved the goal. He deserved the goal today for me. Yeah. And the way, I mean, you know what I liked about him as well was that it's been a while since. Well, it's something that Gabriel Jesus does anyway, and he's just a warrior. He was a warrior. He was a warrior today. Every time he wanted the ball, he was in their faces. And that's what you want to see from someone playing a number 9, and especially at times where he was his build up play as well that he was involved in. You know what? He's getting an 8 today, and not many people probably agree with that. But if you've got someone like that working hard for you all game and getting involved and getting stuck in, and the fact that the win was so big today, you're getting an 8 too.
Yeah. We're going to have to go into something else that's just come up on my phone. We'll go on to that in a minute. I'd love to know your opinions on this. Right, so let's move on to the subs. Gumza, Kivior.
Again, not scoring anyone down. I think Nelson would get my lowest score, but Kivior, I'll give him an 8 today. It's not an easy game to come into. He's not a natural left back, but
no, he's not.
You know what I mean? You're playing against some good wingers, and Yeah, he's done really well. And even on the ball, he looked confident. He looked a different player today. In all honesty, he didn't look
He
nervous or
did.
nothing.
He did.
And he got forward.
Yeah.
And I just wish someone shouted time so he could bring that ball down, which he headed, because I don't think he realized how much no one followed him in. He could have
Yeah.
just brought it down and shot. But yeah, he was really good today. Really, really good. So yeah, I'll give him an 8. I'm really happy with what he done
Brilliant
today.
stuff. Big up to Harry Armour. Come on, Arsenal. What a win. I miss Trevor, says fantastic passage.
Trevor's
Chelsea.
partying.
Yeah, well, he's at the Emirates, so
Yeah.
don't blame him for partying at us today. Chelsea would love Havertz and Jorginho now. Chelsea would love anyone right now that actually could perform, because my God. Yeah. Things could get, things could be a lot worse for most teams as long as you're not Chelsea. Jeez.
I think Chelsea want one matter now as well,
And better check.
Brenny, you get Trossard, mate.
Oh, yeah, man. 8 for me. 8. Not just the goal. It was just he came on. He was a man possessed. He was just he's just fantastic. I'm so happy when we got this guy a year ago, and wow, he's gonna be big for us. And with Champions League games coming up as well as these Premier League games, it's
Yeah, I agree. And Luke's bringing me on to something that Brenny said. Brenny said something in one of the group WhatsApps that he's no going to banter once we've played. And that is the right way to do it, because obviously it was all funny seeing Tottenham draw, Chelsea lose. But until your own team's won, I think you should just be quiet.
I was saying exactly. Yeah. I was saying to the silver one yesterday, man. I was like, I put a shush emoji. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man, come on. In that banter group.
Yeah. You just have to be careful sometimes.
I'm bantering everyone now anyway. I don't care, man. I'm bantering everyone now. Seriously. Getting it this evening. Seriously.
Make sure you get a tap when you see tabs. Make sure you have a little pop at him.
Oh yeah, and one of our colleagues is a Chelsea fan as well, so I'm sure he's happy right now.
Stuff.
Love it.
Passage. How confident are Arsenal for the title right now? I'm not even going to go there. We're in February. I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's just keep on winning. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm the same. I agree. I'm the same.
Winning. That's all we can do. Ask me again, and I always say this. Ask me in about April. Then I'll say how confident I am, because it's pointless now. Bobby, just say it. Nope, not saying it. I've got a feeling I know who you are, because I know you're trying to get us, especially as the fact that you said one of us is Trevor. Only certain people know that his name's Trevor. Right, Gumza, that gives you Mr. Nelson, if you had noticed that Avon came on.
He worked hard. He got stuck in, to be fair. Won a few headers, chased down things. One thing I did like about him, he wasn't silly with his pressing. Like, we had Liverpool pinned in at one stage. He's touch tight with the guy, but he never overstepped the mark and gave away a foul and let Liverpool get out easy. And I think those things are quite important. He looked sharp and lively, but he wasn't able to get on the ball much. But again, we didn't, like, him coming on didn't affect us in a negative, if that makes sense. So I'll give him a 7.
All right, 7. Excellent stuff. Tony's saying one match at a time. If we're within a shout in May, ask me then. But I love this one, Tony. This one's the best one. Ask me in June. Probably the most confident way of saying it. Ask me in June. Today means soddle. Exactly. It means absolutely soddle. Look, talking from the women's type of football, we beat Chelsea this season. Out of this world, beat them. And then we lost to Tottenham at home, away.
Yeah.
It meant nothing. That Chelsea win, I've forgotten about, because then we lost to Tottenham. So
even
this
City.
I'm talking about women's here.
Even the women beat City as well, and
you know, so it means nothing unless we then go on to beat West Ham. We beat Burnley, and we just continuously. Seriously, is that serious? Neil Warnock has gone to Aberdeen.
So I'll Google it.
That's actually quite a big shock, to be fair, because that's a really good appointment for Aberdeen, if that's the case. I'll have to look up to that, because that is an amazing appointment. Anyway, Mikel, rating for Mikel. What we going with? Gomzo, we'll start with you, mate.
I actually go. Don't want to give him a 10, but I kind of do. Because again, nothing. The setup was perfect. Like, obviously, Havertz going up top was probably forced on him, but it worked out. We control first half. We was really, really good. Again, the goal we conceded, it's nothing tactical or mistake by him, or do you know what I mean? Something like that as such. So yeah, I'll give him a 9. I feel harsh not giving him a 10, to be fair, but I think even to concede that late in the first half, we did come out slow, but we responded. I don't know if that's on him or the players got around each other and managed to get them up. But yeah, I'll give him a 9.
No, I agree. Look, I will always pull back on anyone that tries to give him a 10 because we're not perfect. For people that are unaware, we trained last night in the stadium.
Right.
That I personally think caused Jesus to have an issue. I don't agree with training on football pitches. I think it's compare that to, I don't know how do you call it now? Sober reality.
Sober treat, yeah.
London Colney.
Colney.
It's a very different pitch.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a risk doing it because when I know when the Wolves do it, they do pick up injuries themselves on the train on the football field. I don't know how it happens, but they just do. It's weird. So I personally wouldn't have done that. And then, yeah. So I don't think you should ever give him enough. Next season, I hope to give him loads of 10s because he's got the striker, he's got the whole team he wants, the whole midfield that he wants. I hope to give him 10s next season, but right now, no. But Brenny, what about you for Mikel?
9 for me today. But if we'd have taken all our chances, I would have given him 10.
To be fair, yes, if we scored 15 goals, then yeah, give him 20. I don't care.
Yeah. I think, yeah. No, because I think what he did today was that when I saw the lineup, I wasn't shocked, and I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
And when I saw that Jorginho was in, I thought he'll probably just do a job today. But I didn't. I had a feeling he'd have a good game today, but he had more than a good game. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I'm glad he went with Havertz up front as well. So I thought, yeah, and you know what it was as well. I think it was just a case of because quite a few of them they played in the FA Cup, and they looked up for it from the start. They were up for it. It's like they're thinking, you know what? We went toe to toe with these lot over a month ago, and we lost a one-sided game. So, you know, I think they were buoyed by that as well, because they thought they had something to prove to themselves, manager, fans. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he gets a 9 today for me.
No, I agree with that. That's fine. Right, so Pep Teta gets an 8 from Tony as he picked Van Dijk. No complaints. This is why I love Luke. Luke is very much like me. Not happy with the Arteta appointment, but no complaints about Arteta.
I'm the same. Yeah. But yeah, I'm the same. But you know what it is? Constructive criticism, isn't it? I mean, we all want Arteta to be successful. We want him to do well. We want him to win. We want him to be. We want to win a Champions League. We want him to win a Premier League. We want it to be a situation where it'd be like, you know what, you're here next season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've also said if we were to lose a Premier League by a point and we get to a Champions League final, we lose on penalties. Well, I'm going to say no, Arteta should be sacked.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't. So yeah. And we just want to be proven wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Tony's saying here, did Pep Teta get booked for celebrating? Because he didn't interact with the fans, he'll be fine. He'll probably be spoken to, but he didn't interact with the fans.
I think it's only us, Bobby. I think it's only us that people have a problem with when it comes to celebrating. Because we've seen Klopp do it, we've seen Guardiola, everyone celebrate and you go absolutely mental. But
it's more to do with the safety issue of it. is when you go into the fans and the fans then interact with you, you are then endangering people's lives. Arteta, what he did today was absolutely fine. I had no issues with it whatsoever. He ran up and down the line excited. Not a problem. Didn't go towards the fans to then get the fans pushing forward. That is where we then go, oh, that's a bit of a safety risk. We don't like that. Can you stop doing it? Because people do get injured, unfortunately.
Exactly. And no one made noise 30 years ago when Ian Wright used to celebrate with the fans and go into the crowd.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, as you know, health and safety has gone mental in the last 10 years. You can't do anything. You can't even use a safety pin without reading some instructions about how to use it properly in the safe way. So it's health and safety nowadays. It's just gone mental. 100%.
Fafana celebration yesterday.
I know. I want Arsenal to be successful, even if Donald Duck's our manager. 100%. I think a steward reminded him, if you look. Yeah, I'm sure that. Look, you just have to just avoid the actual fans. That's all I've got. Nothing wrong with Arteta celebrating his antics, which he's toned down. That was the issue, but he's been on his good behaviour this season. Right, let's quickly get into the ratings, and then I want to talk to you about something that I've just come up on my phone. Right, my ratings: Raya 6 at fault with goal, White 6, stupid booking. Oh yeah, these stupid bookers do me in now. Saliba 6 at fault with goal, Gabriel 8, Cine 7, Jorginho 10, Rice 9, Odegaard 8, Havertz 8, Martinelli 8, Saka 7. Silver 1. I know you've missed Nelson. I'm going to just assume it's a 6. Raya 7, White 7, Saliba 5. This is what I was interested to see, because I didn't think he was that good today. I thought there was quite a few moments that Saliba looked a little bit dodgy, if I'm honest. So that's why I was interested to see what Gums thought, because Tony's basically done it.
I thought he was all right in the second half. I thought he got better.
Yeah, he did get better, but he did have a shaky moments the first half, didn't he? And I was like,
he did.
I'm not sure about this today.
He always tends to make up for it, though, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he does. He does like cleaning up his own mess, which I like about defenders. If you make an error, clean up your own mess. Don't rely on someone else to do it. Gabriel gets a 7, Zini gets a 6, Jorginho gets a 9, Rice gets an 8, Odegaard gets an 8, Saka gets an 8, Martinelli gets an 8, Havertz gets an 8, Kivior gets an 8, and Trossard gets a 7. Right. So, Klopp has been quoted as saying everything went against us today. Klopp wasn't happy with refereeing decisions. I don't know what the heck he's on about. I didn't see anything wrong. And you know me, I would say if there was something I thought, oh, we got away with that one. I didn't see a single thing wrong today. Did you?
Nah. That is good. If it was talking the last game, the Odegaard handball, then yeah, fair enough. We all sat around and said we got away with that.
That's that game. But
I don't get what
in this game I didn't see. I thought Taylor did a very good job today.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's not me. That's not easy for me saying that at all.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what he's referring to, because
I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Because if I'll send this into the WhatsApp and we'll all listen to it and see what because it's a 1 minute clip.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't play it now because obviously copyright. But it's interesting that's what he's come out with, because I didn't see. And you know,
what was Konaté's first yellow? That I can't remember.
Was that the Havertz one?
I can't remember. I remember
when Havertz out of nowhere managed to keep the ball back and controlled it, and then I think Konaté pulled him down, didn't he?
Right, maybe.
I think it was. Maybe. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. But again, it's one of the things we had a lot of players. Yeah, and the second was the yellow. Like Havertz has gone inside him, and he's completely hand in his face. Like a few players were walking. We had Ben White on a yellow card from the 25th, 30th minute. Again, when you're on a yellow, you got to then act appropriately. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things. So
I would say that sending off made no difference on the game.
No, I think third goal, maybe the third goal. Yeah.
But they still lost. They would have still lost even if it was still 2-1. I honestly, for me, that first yellow card was a guaranteed yellow card. The second one was a guaranteed yellow card. I don't see what his problem was, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think the thing with Klopp, though, he'd do this because it then puts pressure on referees for future games.
It won't happen. I guarantee
City game. That's what. But you know, in the mindset of a manager, all these little wins you can get in it. In a few weeks, they got them pretty soon. I believe they got them pretty soon.
We want to draw for that one, don't we? Surely.
So I think they've got them start of March. Maybe we got them end of March.
Okay.
A couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. Thank you ever so much, guys. This is my third stream, so funny enough, I want to shut it down now. I've done 2 games, and this I'm done. Brenny, thank you ever so much for coming on. As always, where can people find you, my friend?
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, you can find me on X, find me on Instagram, and you can also find me on here on the Armory TV. And please like, share, subscribe, and thank you all for your support as always.
My pleasure. Gumza, where can they find you?
Yeah,
Or
you
not
can
find
find me. You cannot find me on X. I'm about. And obviously here on most times the reactions when I get a free evening, or do you know what I mean? I can jump on when I can. But yeah, just buzzing with today, man. So guys, enjoy your weekends. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go and now get in the group chats because I know some Liverpool fans have been missing me. So I can't
Oh
wait to
yeah,
go and see
it's gonna
them.
be It's banter evening, and
Yeah.
also I know from those that still go on about my 3Xs, right? Well, listen, Liverpool had a sub came on today, right? And he looked like an 80s porn star. I don't care. He'll say, with Nunes. So he was probably in, well, unless his dad probably
Oh
was, but
dear.
yeah, man, he's like he probably had more success in that than he had today.
Yeah. Comes we did disagree. Look, it's all welcome on here. I have no issues with people disagreeing with each other as long as it's done in a nice, calm, nice way. Thanks, guys. I was here for you were, mate. Thank you ever so much. You were here for both.
As always,
I'm so
man.
tired.
You're the man, Tony. You're the man.
You are. Remind me of 1989.
Yeah.
Right. So we move on to West Ham next weekend. There will be a preview as always. I haven't decided what day I'm doing it yet because I am doing a double game watch along because Arsenal women kick off at 12:30. We kick off at 2. So I will be going from one game to the next game. So it will be non-stop next Sunday. Why do I do this? Anyway, take care, lads. Take care, everyone. I will see you at some point at the end of the week. I might have a show in the midweek as well. It will probably be talking about a little bit of Arsenal news, but not a lot. Guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What about